Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my Resident Evil No Damage Real Survival Chris Redfield Best Ending walkthrough. So this is part 4 of 5 of this walkthrough. We are almost done. So right now we are going back to the mansion because we did everything that we could in the guardhouse. We defeated the giant plant, and we got the mansion key, which is essentially why we came here in the first place, so that we could go back to the mansion and open up some new areas. So what you wanted to take with you, if you don't remember, are the crank, the defense gun, the mansion key, and obviously the magnum and the shotgun if you brought them here. You want the self-defense gun because we are going to be using it to take care of a hunter. So in this area you can kill the dogs, but I never actually do that. I always kill the dogs on the upper floor, but I never kill the ones on the lower floor because I don't find them to be too much of a threat. However, I will be killing one of the snakes here because, again, this is a no damage walkthrough, and it's a pain to dodge this guy. You need to dodge perfectly in order to get through here without being damaged. So I always decide to take him out, and he never respawns or anything. Once I take him out, I stay towards the edge of that little path through there so the snakes could try to attack. But since they cannot reach you, since there's like an invisible barricade there, you know, they attack and then they just slither on. So just do what I did there if you're trying to do no damage, and you should be okay. So in this room there are 3 zombie dogs, and we are going to be killing them all with the shotgun. And we are also going to be getting shotgun ammo quite soon, so yeah. So that's all you need to do to kill the dogs here. I did use the little recoil cancel, where once you shoot, you hold forward. Well, once you shoot, you let go of the aim button, you hold forward, hold aim again, then shoot, and rinse and repeat. And you should do recoil cancels, which, again, I think are easier to do with Jill for some reason. I don't know why, it just feels like it is, but you can do it with Chris, as you just saw. So there are defense items in here, there are health items, if you need them at all, if you're doing a normal playthrough. But yeah, right now we are going to equip the defense gun because we are going to be taking out a hunter that is near the safe room. The primary safe room of the game, I would say, at least for my walkthroughs. Yeah, it's the safe room that are near the mansion stairs that you're going to see very shortly. However, we are going to be coming across our very first hunter of Chris's campaign. Just run away from this guy, you'll never have to kill him, so don't waste your ammo. Unless you want to. I mean, it's honestly up to you in the end, but I would suggest not killing him. However, do kill this hunter here because he can be a pain. The self-defense gun will kill him in one shot. And then take out the second hunter that will come down from the second floor. I would suggest taking him down with the shotgun because you want to conserve as much magnum ammo as you possibly can. So now that all of that is done, we can go into the safe room, put away a bunch of our items and everything like that. So what we want to put away are the self-defense gun, the magnum, and the crank, if I'm not mistaken. We do need the mansion key, and we will be needing the shotgun. So, yes. So you're gonna notice that if you watched my Jill walkthrough, that we are gonna do things a bit differently with Chris, because when we came here with Jill during this segment, we actually fought the giant snake. But in this video, we will not be fighting the giant snake. We will be fighting him in the next video before we get to the lab. So it might be a little bit strange for some of you, but I would suggest not fighting the snake just yet. If you're doing it the way I am doing it. So right now we're going to be opening some new areas of the mansion. Obviously the mansion key just unlocked this place. And right here we are going to have a little bit of a puzzle. So what we need to do is place this statue into the right cove. And yes, it's not too bad. The walls will close in on you. The walls will not kill you because of the statue here. But god darn it, this statue must be insanely strong because yes, if you don't have the statue in here somehow, and you just run in, you will be smashed to death. So that thing must be insanely strong. But in any case, once it closes in on the statue completely, push the switch on the other side, run back to where you left it, then push it to the left side into the alcove, and it will automatically be pulled into the wall where it belongs. The walls will open up and a new area will open. So yeah, that's all you need to do there. Not too bad. So right here we want to pick up the last book, volume 1, and I just switched my defense item to the daggers because, again, I've suggested that you all save your grenades for the lab area at the end of the game because it will make things a lot easier for you, in my opinion. But yes. So now we are finally going into the underground of the mansion, which apparently has giant spiders. Again, you need to watch out for this guy in particular because every so often he likes to spew his venom at you, and it will more likely than not poison you if he does hit you with it. However, there are blue herbs in this area, but he doesn't do it all. It seems like he doesn't do it as much as he does, but whenever he does do it, it's always so irritating. So right here, you can take out these guys if you'd like. I was going to, but then he grabbed me and I'd use a defense item, so I was just like, yeah, whatever, I'll just run back here and hit the switch that I need to. So yeah, once you do that, once again, you can take these guys out if you'd like. I decided to dodge past them and just move on with my day, so yeah, I kind of wasted a defense item there, but not really because I had just picked one up, so I didn't really lose anything in the end. So in any case, right now we are going to acquire ourselves a battery. So I'm sure that you all remember the kitchen area that we went into very early on in the mansion in order to get a small key. I decided to aim at his legs instead of his head because, yeah, the headshot is based off of a certain percentage. It's essentially based off of luck. So yeah, you do have a high chance of getting headshots. However, if you don't get a headshot, you end up having to waste 2 shotgun rounds. So I decided to just aim at his legs and run by him because I'm pretty sure I never run through there again. So I figured that would be the fastest way to deal with that. So once you leave the elevator, do a quick turn, run by that zombie, and go into this room. And in here, there is shotgun ammo that you're going to want to pick up. There is also a battery and a flash grenade, all of which you should be picking up. I'm pretty sure we will be coming back here during the next video in order to acquire those magnum rounds. But for now, just leave them because we do need all the space that we can get with Chris. Once again, be sure to have the same amount of space that I do if you're following this walkthrough. Because if you do not, you're going to be screwed. Like, I'll be showing you where to go, and there will be an item that you're going to need to pick up, but you don't have enough space. And yeah, that will pretty much ruin your day. But, yes. So in any case, there are actually hunters in this room, which we will be dodging. They're not too hard to dodge when you're coming from this side. However, I think coming from the other side, they're kind of a pain to dodge. So we're going to be using the mansion key once again over here because we need to pick up a red gemstone. We will be getting the other gemstone in due time, but not in this video. But yes, for now, let's push this little shelf over here and pick up the dagger. So in here, the falcon on the left side locks the gems in place if he's looking at the gem that you are trying to acquire. So if he looks directly at the gem, you will hear a sound. That means the gem locked into place. However, if you grab it before he locks into place, then you can pick up the gem, as you just saw. So essentially what you need to do is make him look one way, run to the other side, and pick up the gem. Not too bad. Also, the lights need to be off in order to pick up the gems, if I'm not mistaken. Quite sure that they have to be off. But yes. So now that we have the gemstone, we are going to be running to the main hall of the mansion. We need to dodge this hunter over here, which is pretty easy since, you know, he spins around when he first sees you, so it makes things a lot simpler to get by him. But do not dilly-dally there, just run straight toward the door because you do not want to get hit by the hunter, especially on this difficulty. So let's use the mansion key again. And at this point, we are going to need some room. So if you didn't end up using very much ammo for your shotgun, yes, you're going to be kind of out of luck here because you won't be able to pick up the jewelry box. So I would suggest just using up whatever ammo that you need to in order to make space. So if you wanted to kill that hunter in that previous room with the shotgun, you could do so. But I just decided to use 3 shots on this zombie instead of 2 so that I could combine my magnum rounds with my shotgun rounds with my shotgun so I'd have enough room. But yes. So now what you need to do is combine the gem with the jewelry box, and then we have a little bit of a puzzle here. Actually, we do have a puzzle, like literally a puzzle. So what you want to do is make the image properly. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Just follow what I do here and you should be okay. I kind of do it slowly because I'm honestly not very used to doing this puzzle. I always hate doing this puzzle, honestly. I hate that everything has to be in like the most perfect spot ever. But yes, it can be a real pain. Just doing this and like doing it perfectly, and then you can't fit the piece that you want to fit into the little alcove, and you have to pull it out and put it back in, and it's just so annoying. But yes, in any case, I'm pretty sure I did it properly here, unless I had to move something. Wait, I think I saw it go in for a second. Yep, I did it. Okay, cool. Alright, so once we do that, we get the brooch, which ends up being another key, the emblem key, which we will be using very shortly, and I have no idea why I paused the game here. Probably someone texted me or something. But yes, so now what we need to do is use that emblem key, and once we do, something very different from Jill's campaign will happen. So that will be quite nice indeed. So the area that we are running to is the area that we saw the first hunter in when we came back into the mansion. There's actually a door there that we have not unlocked yet. And that's where we are making our way to. And of course, this is a huge shortcut that we can take in order to get over there very quickly. I absolutely love this shortcut. I love that they added this shortcut into the game, because in the original version of the game, this did not exist. And it took quite a while to get back to where you needed to if you made a mistake or something. So this makes things quite nice. Alrighty. So obviously the hunter is going to be in here, but do not worry about him. Just run straight toward the door that you need to go into. He'll always be standing there when you come out of that door. Be sure to remember that, because we will be using that to our advantage. So this is the door that we need to unlock. Once we go in here, we hear someone screaming, and that was actually Rebecca. So what we need to do is save Rebecca. However, before we even do that, we are going to pick up some more shotgun ammo here. And we are going to be picking up the metal objects, and there is also a grenade in here, I believe. Alright. So now that we have the flash grenade, let's go and make our way to Rebecca, because we are getting the best ending, and if you do not go and save Rebecca here, she will die, which will be quite unfortunate. And this is also why you would have wanted to kill both of the hunters, because going through here when those hunters are here is just So grating on your nerves, honestly. So depending on what you did in the prior areas, or the prior parts of your playthrough, these zombies may or may not be here, so be sure to dodge them if you need to. If you don't, then just run over here. This is where we need to go, and we need to kill the hunter that's in here. So as soon as you get control of Chris, just shoot the hunter 2 or 3 times and it should go down. Just aim directly at the screen. And there you go. And I got the "that was nice of you" achievement.
Chris.
So, Rebecca is nice and saved, she is alive, which is quite nice and awesome and all that stuff. And she's actually wearing an alternate costume because I'm wearing an alt costume. But, yeah, you would think Jill would be wearing an alt costume too, but she doesn't, which kind of sucks, but... Yeah, so in any case, we need to go back to the safe room. And we need to put away some items, and we need to pick up some items, of course, as we always have to do in the safe rooms in the Resident Evil games. So be sure to place the mansion key, place the last book, volume 1, place your shotgun and your shotgun shells, because we are not going to be needing those. And also, you can place the metal object as well. And you can also save the game if you want to. And I don't know why I'm taking so long. What the hell am I doing? Oh, I guess I was just going to save the game then. Okay. Whatever I say, I guess. But yes, you're not going to need the shotgun. Also, be sure to take the battery. I don't know if I stated that earlier, but take the battery with you as well. And the crank. God, why am I taking so long in here? What am I doing? Put away the freaking items already, so we can move on with the walkthrough. Jesus Christ, man. Why are you taking so long? All you need is the crank. And the battery, and the magnum. You can actually take the ink ribbon with you as well, if you'd like. I don't know why I kept the metal object. Actually, you know, you should keep the metal object with you, because you can actually combine it with the other item that we are going to be getting later, so it'll free up some inventory space. So I was a little wrong earlier, but you can leave it there if you want to, because it's not like we're not coming back here eventually. So, right now what you want to do is run into this door here in order to reset that hunter's position. Once he's reset, after we've gone through the door again, stick to the left wall when running by him, and yeah, you should be okay. You shouldn't get damaged by him. He pretty much misses me every single time that I've done this, so yes, you should be okay there. So right now, we are making our way to the underground area of the mansion. I don't know what they're called, the Catacombs, I guess. That's a good name for them. So I will call them the Catacombs from here on out. That is their name. So yes, in order to get to the Catacombs, you obviously need the crank and the battery. So what we are going to be doing is running past all those poisonous snakes. It should be a lot easier now that we've killed the one snake that is a pain to dodge. And once we dodge through them, we're going to go downstairs, use the battery, come back up here, use the crank in order to make the waterfall dissipate, and then we're going to go back downstairs and run to the area that the waterfall was falling through, which reveals the entrance to the catacombs. So of course these zombie dogs are still here for me. If you opted to kill them, you won't have anything to worry about here. But once again, I opt not to do so because I like to conserve my ammo, and I don't really see them as much of a threat for the most part. I mean, they can get you every so often, but it's very rare in all honesty, so I don't really see any reason to waste ammo on those guys. Especially if you are not doing a no damage playthrough. If you're not, then don't even bother. I mean, just heal yourself if you do get damage. So in any case, we are going to be using the crank right now. So let us do that. We will never have to deal with those stupid poisonous snakes again. At least over there. And lo and behold, the sound of the waterfall has stopped. And all the water is over here. You can jump in that pool. I would not jump in there, actually. It's not a pool, of course, but yeah. Never jump into that water. It's probably infested with some crazy stuff. I'm always very wary of, I don't know, like lakes and rivers and stuff. Beaches. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna get something if I go into stuff. Not necessarily the beaches, but lakes and like little rivers. I just do not like to mess with. Who even knows what bacteria is in there? But yeah, that's just my my little phobia seeping through here in this commentary for no reason. So yes, now we are in the catacombs. So this is why you would not need to have left your ink ribbon. You can just pick up another one here. You'll never need that crank again, so you can just throw it into that item box. You can save your game there if you'd like. And then now we are going to be moving on. So since we're not going to be using that crank again, we are going to be getting a crank to replace it. So that is what we are doing right now. So there isn't much in the realm of opposition here at the moment. However, hunters will be coming very shortly. So be very wary of that. This area is, I don't know, this area is pretty... It seems a lot shorter to me, even though there is more to it in this game than there is in the original version of Resident Evil. So of course this is where you want to get the crank. Enrico got shot to death, but yes, I don't know, like it is, I believe it's longer in this version, but for some reason in the older game it seemed like this area had a lot more to it, or it just, it's probably because this area led directly to the lab. So once you were done here, you never had to go back to the mansion. But yeah, I think that's what it is. But in all honesty, this area is pretty easy. I do think it is harder in the other version of Resident Evil. Ooh, my apologies for that. Yeah, there are two hunters here that I always dodge in the same exact way that you just saw. So I've never had them hit me. Every time I've played through this game, they've never touched me when I've run by them. So just be sure to do what I did. If you don't feel confident, then just take them out. But actually, don't take them out because you need your ammo. So yeah, dodge them. If you have the same amount of ammo that I do, dodge them. All that is sacred and holy, dodge those hunters, because we need our ammunition. But yeah, so this area was a lot more treacherous in the original version of Resident Evil. There were a lot more hunters running around here. And the hunters in the original version of Resident Evil, yes, you want to pick up the flamethrower here, run toward the boulder, then run away from it, and it's going to open a new area. But the hunters in the original version of Resident Evil were a lot more of a threat than they are in this game. I think the zombies are more of a threat in this game than they ever were in the older titles. However, the hunters are a lot scaled back, or a lot more scaled back in my opinion. So in here we are going to be fighting a giant spider, who I don't remember the name of at the moment, which is kind of weird. It has well, not a normal name, but it has an easy name to remember. So what I usually do is run, like I kind of bait it, run near the door on the left, then shoot it 4 times with the magnum, then leave, then go back into the room. And yeah, it only takes 4 shots to kill it with the magnum. I think sometimes it can die in 3, but I don't remember. I don't remember how many shots it took me in my jail walkthrough. But in any case, we can use the knife here in order to get rid of the webbing in front of the next door. However, you don't want to do that. You're going to just want to use the flamethrower. And of course, you can also use the flamethrower if you want to fight the giant spider. But I would not suggest doing so if you're doing no damage, because the spider will more likely than not damage you, because it is quite fast and aggressive. So, yes. So now we are going to want to place the flamethrower here in order to unlock this door, and I don't know what the heck was taking me so long to do that. But in any case, as I was saying, I don't know, I feel as though the hunters are scaled back quite a bit. I mean, they're still quite a threat, they're very agile, but in the original game, they could just decapitate you for whatever reason they wanted to. It was very irritating at times. Over here, you're going to want to use the crank. Use it 3 times in a row. Then try to run forward, then dodge the large boulder ahead of you. But yes, I do think that the hunters were a lot more of a threat in the original game. The zombies and the dogs not so much, but the hunters were definitely the largest threat in the original version. However, I think in this game, the zombies are definitely the biggest threat. And the zombie dogs are probably the most annoying enemies to deal with in the game. As far as just taking them all out without taking damage. They can be a real pain. So over here, I accidentally used the crank before actually pushing the darn statue, so I fast-forwarded through that. I was like, Jesus, what am I doing? But yeah, so you're going to want to push this statue 4 times. So here's the 4th time. Then run over to the wall to use the crank. The reason you want to push it 4 times is so that you have enough room to push the statue out from the wall without wasting time and pushing, or wasting time and using the crank again in order to pull the wall back. So yeah, that makes things a lot easier. But if you don't want to do it that way, then yeah, do it whatever way you want. As long as you get this thing to where it needs to go. I don't know why I did it like this. But yeah, obviously you want this statue to be placed on the opposite end of where the other one is. Or parallel to where the other one is. Into the nice alcove in the wall there. But yeah, I probably should have fast-forwarded this as well, because, I mean, this is not something that takes very long to understand, so yes. But in any case, once we do that, we will be able to pick up the cylinder. And of course, the cylinder is not all we need. We need to combine the cylinder with something that we will be getting very, very shortly. But at this point, we have used up the crank completely. We'll never need it again. Also, in this area, there's like 1 extra hunter that Chris has to deal with. It's a non-threatening hunter completely, but yeah, I don't know why they added him. It's kind of, I guess it was for a jump scare, but he's pretty innocuous. So the hunter that Jill does not have is actually in the room coming up, which we will be seeing very shortly. Again, I have no idea why they added him, but whatever. So there he is, the extra hunter that is absolutely no threat, because all he does is yell at you as you're running by him. So now we are going to want to put away the crank. We will never use you again. Thank you kindly, cranks, for helping us throughout our adventure, but you are no longer needed. At least in this Resident Evil game. So, we are running back past these 2 hunters. Once again, they usually screech before they actually attack you, which gives you more than enough time to run by them, so yes. And I don't know what the heck that weird sound that just happened was. Hopefully you guys didn't hear it, I don't know. But yeah, so now we need to open this lid in order to get the shaft. Then we are going to combine the cylinder and the shaft together and place it into this this machine here, and then we are going to punch in the code, which is 4231. And once we do that, the elevator here will be activated. So yes, we are going even deeper into the catacombs. And there is something shiny over there that is not worth getting. I'm pretty sure that is a clip. And as you all know, we have not used the pistol since the first video, so yes. Pistols. I don't even remember which safe room I left it in. I think it's in the one with the serum for Richard. But yeah, so now this room. This room has Lisa in it, so what you want to do is spawn her on this side. All you need to do is walk over there and she will spawn there. Wherever you run to first is where she will spawn, so obviously the thing that you want to do is spawn her in the area that you do not want to go to. So if I were to just run straight over here, she would have spawned in front of me and I would have had to try to dodge her, which would not have been very fun to do at all. So over here, you're going to want to push the box onto this machine here, then use the machine, and then we are going to have to follow where that box is. Obviously, I fast forwarded it because I do not want to watch that, and no one else does. You know what to do, so do it. Up here, there is a grenade that we can pick up. There's also a clip, which is absolutely useless to us. So be sure to pick up that grenade. If you want an extra defense item. I would suggest picking it up because the grenades are going to be quite helpful to us once we get to the lab. Because that's essentially how we're going to be killing every zombie there. So once again, you're going to want to spawn Lisa in that area down there, and then run out of here the way that we came. And yeah. So we are going back in order to push that box once again that we moved. However, over here, I don't know why I started going this way, but yeah, you can't go this way. There's no way to get around, so just go through this side when running out of that door, because that just wasted time. But yeah, down here is where the box actually ended up. And we are going to be smashing this box quite soon. So I'm pretty sure I fast forwarded this. Yep, I did. Alright, cool. Push the box over here, then push it down in order to smash it with the machine. And once you smash it, there will be a broken flamethrower below here. So be sure to pick that up. And now we will be using this in the area that Lisa is roaming around in. I don't know what I was doing right there, but yes, let's run back upstairs, and we are going to be using the same method of spawning her on the left side in order to get to the area that we need to go. So we are going to be pushing. We're going to be pulling the switch that's in here. This is timed. The time is pretty lenient for the most part, though, so do not worry too much. As long as Lisa is not in front of you, you should be able to do this pretty easily. So spawn her down there, pull this switch. So once you pull that switch, those arms will open up on the wall, or protrude from the wall, and that is where we need to place the broken flamethrower. So once again, this is timed, but the timing is pretty lenient as long as Lisa is not in front of you, so you should be okay through there. But in any case, now that we've used the broken flamethrower, we are going to be picking up the jewelry box. And the jewelry box actually contains the parts of the metal object, which is the stone piece. So once you pick up the jewelry box, examine it, click the button, and here it is, the metal piece, or the stone piece rather. We already have the metal piece. Once you get that, combine the two, and we now have the stone and metal object. And of course, we need 2 stone and metal objects in order to escape from the mansion completely. But before we do that, we need to fight the giant snake and stuff like that, and get some more ammo before we get to the laboratory. So, as I said in the earlier part, if you wanted to, you could have actually left your old shotgun in this item box here and picked it up at this point in the game if you wanted a few more rounds from your shotgun, if you had any rounds left. So, yeah. That would have been a good strategy to use, but I ended up not using it because I had more than enough shotgun ammo by the end of this. So right now we're going to be making our way all the way back to the mansion. sure you guys remember how to get back from here, but if you don't, then I'm showing you right now. Be sure to dodge that zombie in the same way that I do. Pretty much never grabs you from there. I don't know if that zombie can actually grab you, though. Because usually when I used to run past him, like right next to him, he used to vomit. So I don't know if the zombie acts as though he's on stairs, or if he can actually grab you, depending on where he is in that area. I don't know, I haven't experimented really with that zombie, but if he does react how he does when he's on stairs, then you could potentially just dodge him by standing or going directly by him. So yeah, but I would suggest just going around the tree so you don't risk anything. Unless you want to just experiment there, then yeah, be my guest. So now, coming back into the mansion, you are going to want to pick up the stone and metal object that we use to unlock this door. This specific door. Because we are never going back out there. So yeah. Let's be sure to pick up the second one, and now we have both of the items that we need in order to escape from this godforsaken mansion. So when we come back in here, the hunter is going to be in a very annoying place. So you're going to want to run back into this door in order to reset his position. If you want to, you can just dodge him, but I would not recommend it. So, again, just reset his position here, then run by him to the door that leads to the safe room. I don't know why. I guess I was a little hesitant there. I was like, oh god, are there any enemies in here? Hope not. But in any case, that is the end of part 4 of my Resident Evil walkthrough. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you very kindly for watching, and I will see you in the final part.